Okay, in this video we're going to take a look at some examples of operations involving increments and shortcuts, and to see how especially the increment operator works. So in this example we have x is 6, w is 2. We want to assign w incremented to x, and so when you see w and the increment operator, or see a variable and increment operator together in a calculation or an assignment, which this is an assignment, then you use the w first and then you increment the w, because that's the order in which it shows. W is first, so you use it, then you increment it. So in this case we are going to, it says x is assigned w. So we're going to use the w because that's what shows up first. So x is assigned w, w is 2, so x gets assigned 2. Then you have to increment the w. So we increment that one, and so x is 2, w is 3. Okay, in this one the increment operator is before the variable, so therefore you're going to do the increment first. Then you're going to use the variable. So increment, then use. So we're going to go x is assigned the incrementation of w. So w has to get incremented first, and then before we use it. So w is not going to be used until we increment. So now we've incremented, and so now we're going to assign the value of w now. It's the incremented w. And so x is going to be assigned 3. Alright, next one. Okay, here again we've got the increment operator coming after the w. So the w is going to be used first. Then, so use the w and then increment it. So in here we have x is going to be assigned the calculation on the right. And so the calculation on the right says w. So w is going to be used before it gets incremented because it comes before the increment operator. So the w is 2 right now. And we're going to multiply it by 5, and so we get 10. So the x is going to be assigned 10. And then w has to be incremented still, so it gets incremented after it was used in the calculation. Okay, next one. Here you have the increment operator happening first. So you're going to increment w before you use w. Increment it first because it shows up first before you use it. And so this x is going to be assigned this calculation, and this says to increment w. So we increment w, so it becomes 3. So now w is 3. And then we can take the 3 times 5. So we increment first, now we use it as a w times 3. We're going to use it, so it's 3 times 5, which is 15. So x is assigned 15. Alright, next one. Now we're going to have an add and assign operator along with the increment operator. So in here, again, the w plus plus means we use the w first and then we increment it. There's 2 operators in here. There is the addition operator And then there's the assignment operator. And so we are going to add, we're going to use the assignment operator first because that's what's first. So x plus w. Now, we're going to use the current value of w because w shows up before the increment operator. So we're going to use w as it is before it gets incremented. So x plus, so in this case, x is 6, and plus w, which is 2, is 8. So then we're going to assign this result, because that's the next thing to do, is assign right here. So it gets assigned to x. So x gets assigned to 8. Then we increment w, because we use it first, increment it second. Alright, then the next one. This is the last one, I believe. So in this one, it's the same type of problem, only it's a prefix increment operator here. So we're going to increment the w before you use it. Increment, then use, because the increments come first, the operator comes first. So we are going to increment the w first. It becomes 3. So we are going to take x is we're going to add x plus 3, not 2, and then we're going to assign it to x, and it becomes 9.